Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News. The Attleboro Public Library recently hosted a conversation about climate change. The forum was presented by the Attleboro Area Sustain-Ability Group and special guest Robert Rak, who is a member of the Environmental Science Department at Bristol Community College. We spoke with him after the event.
We were trying to come up with a way in which we can bring climate change back into the conversation with people, because a lot of things, it's become so polarized that people don't want to talk about it anymore, even though it's something that's a critical issue that we have. So what we were trying to do tonight was to bring climate change back into the mainstream conversation. I think trying to talk to it from the viewpoint of public health, from the viewpoint of its effect on your children and grandchildren, and how we can do things that, whether we believe in the science or not, we can still do things that are actually beneficial to us by following the stuff. Because what we're trying to do is, in a lot of cases, look at nature and how does nature do things, because nature's been doing things for millions of years, billions of years, and we're just starting to try to understand that by, it's called, one of the things is like biomimicry. How does nature do things? How does nature plant crops and things? How does nature grow things in these mass quantities without all this artificial input? And so by looking at some of this stuff, that we can, talk about these things and how we can actually improve our quality of life by addressing these issues. How did nature come up with this? And what can we do? Because some of the things that, if you think of spiders and their web, the spider web is pound for pound 5 times stronger than steel. And so it does this with no massive energy amounts, just putting certain things together, and all the glues that barnacles have and mussels make to hold things in place are all naturally produced. Just the idea of making shells and things like that, and the idea of photosynthesis itself is one of the things that is an amazing thing. Well, if you look at the scientific journals, Science magazine, Nature magazine, like she was talking about, there's climate magazines that are journals. So if you look up probably like scientific journals and related to climate change there, that the data has been peer reviewed and all before they're published in there. Because as I said, the scientists are skeptical. So they want to make sure that they try to make sure, as long as it's, be unbiased in what they're doing. If I do something and it comes out this way, this is the way it comes out, and this is how I report it.
It seems that there's interest in more on this topic, so we may do a part 2, if you're willing, to do more discussion here. So the library is doing these kind of things 4 times a year on sustainability topics, and so I think there's enough to do it again with maybe with a panel of more other people perhaps, and have more discussion.
That's it for today's update. You can watch the full presentation on DoubleACS by visiting DoubleACS.com, by downloading the DoubleACS mobile app, or by visiting the DoubleACS Roku channel. For DoubleACS News, I'm Austin Ricketts.